Hi, this is Michael Kaszubski, and welcome to another Tuesday Tidbit presented by Regroup Advisors. So, one of the things that you learn throughout your career and with doing business with a number of different people is everybody has different customs, mannerisms, and reactions to things. Let me tell you a story about one time when I was in Japan. Went there with an interpreter, walked into a meeting with the chairman of the board, walking in with their executive team, and the chairman of the board comes up and hands me their business card like this. Now, for those of you who are much more well-versed than I was in international protocols, I took the business card like this and promptly went like this, at which point I realized it wasn't written in English, and so I turned it this way, and I turned it this way, and when I looked up, I saw two very horrified looks. The chairman of the board looking like, what is this guy doing? And my interpreter quickly trying to apologize for my faux pas, which I didn't know that it was handed to me in the proper direction and in the proper facing side. And if I would have paid attention before we walked in, I would have noticed that if I turned it around, there was the English version. So needless to say, very rough start of the meeting, very rough start to sitting there trying to explain your way out of it. I, having a sense of humor, kind of giggled a little bit, which wasn't even making the situation better, at which point my interpreter said, you can just not talk for the rest of the time. Sat down and realized that these are the small things before you're meeting with somebody to understand. And this is an example of an extreme case where somebody had a different protocol. But what you really do find out is people have different personalities. Some are introverts, some are extroverts. Some like to hear detail, some don't like to hear detail. And you need to really try to get an assessment of the person you're going to meet with or the person you're going to interact with so that your message gets delivered properly. There are plenty of times where your messaging is great. You're putting forth your best effort to communicate, but there's a mismatch in personalities or a mismatch in understanding, and it can always be rooted back to you just need to understand who you're talking to and take a little bit of time to understand that situation. And definitely if somebody hands you a business card, just hold it the same direction and don't turn it around 3 times because that is actually a faux pas. This has been another Tuesday Tidbit brought to you by Regroup Advisors. Look forward to speaking with you soon.
If you've enjoyed this episode of Business Plain and Simple Tuesday Tidbits by Regroup Advisors and don't want to miss future topics, well, like and follow us wherever you get your podcast. Interested in learning how Regroup Advisors can help your company? Contact us at info@regroupadvisors.com or online at regroupadvisors.com.